Everyone, welcome to our matchup today between the Santa Clara Valley Soccer League Deanza rivals, the Mountain View Spartans, and the Los Altos Eagles. Today, the Los Altos Eagles are looking to continue climbing up the ranks, as their last game was a victory over the Homestead Mustangs, whereas Mountain View Spartans are defending their high rank of second in the league underneath the Mustangs. Right here we have a corner kick, and it's a cross coming up low, defended well by the goalie, and the ball is still in. Across, one more attempt right into the goalie's hands. We're here at the home field of the Mountain View Spartans. Goalie kicks it out. Intercept attempt by the Eagles, and the intercept was successful, but the ball pass went straight into the hands of the Mountain View goalie. Ball goes the other way, ends up at the feet of the Los Altos goalie. Ball's kicked up, and it ends up out right past the Gatorade, right at the 50-yard line. Mountain View player has to hop the fence in order to get the ball. Graceful parkour there on the field. And he runs back with the ball. One more throw-in attempt by the Spartans. Eagles very aggressive on the ball. Goes right to the corner, and it's kicked out. Throw-in attempt now. This one by Aaron Walters. He's enlisted on the roster here as a defenseman, so he swapped out. Okay, throw-in attempt now. Another player, but he's playing out of his position right now. Ball comes back. Eagles try and keep it in, and it is still in. Ball's blown dead. Spartans rush it up. And another whistle. I believe this is a free kick. And a free kick attempt. It's up, down right in front of the goalie, and it is retrieved. Don't have positions for Los Altos. I do have numbers, though. Los Altos coming in fast at the ball. Spartans keep it calm, throw it to the corner. Beautiful header there. And taken down. And the ball is out. Eagles retrieve the ball for a throw-in. Ball's up midfield. Spartans get it back one more time, showing why they're so high in the rankings here. Beautiful cross there, just past the striker. Ball kept in beautifully by the Eagles, but the Spartans sniff out the ball. That's 4 Eagles on 1 ball. It was just out. If he were a foot back from where he was, it would have been a very dangerous play. But the Eagles defended well. Got him out. Throwing in here for the Eagles, we have number 2, Brian Pop. He's a senior. Ball's out. Dangerous territory for the Spartans. Eagles pick up the ball. Again, Brian Pop with a throw in right between the 30 and the 20-yard line. Throws in. Brian Pop again. Here's a big cross right in front of the net, but it is headed down. Now we have a field goal, but it's a wrong football, so no points there for the Eagles. Okay, long kick in there from the Spartans. Eagles retrieve the ball. And Eagles are running up far side of the field. Very aggressive defense there from the Spartans. Defending it's number 24, Paul Farreau. And he successfully defends it, forces the throw in. Throwing in for the Eagles, we have number 11, Jimmy Desuki. And he trades off. Now throwing in, we have number 15, Rubel Barajas. And the ball's out once again. This time, Spartans retrieve the ball. Ooh, there's a trip. Hit the ground hard, rolled, and he's walking it off. Seems to be completely fine. Free kick. Free kick this time is going to number 4, Mikhail Weigel, if that's German. Okay, Eagles and Spartans playing a bit of ping pong there at the 50-yard line. Ball goes out right to the Spartans bench. Just behind the Spartans bench one more time, and it bounces right off the top of the gate there. Goes right back to number 21 of the Eagles, who will be throwing in. Number 21 is Ethan Apfelberg. Also sounds German. Okay, kicking off. Number 18 for the Spartans, we have Neil Lund. He fakes a little bit, makes Eagles jump a little bit, but gets a low quick kick right to number 16 there. That's Max Meyer for the Spartans. He's being harassed by the Eagles. Decides to send it back. Eagles continuing with their pressure. Eagles, there we go. Near breakout, but wonderful retrieval by the Spartans. Once again by Neil Lund. Neil Lund drops it off. Number 25. Shot attempt right into another Spartan. Dangerous territory for the Spartans. Ooh. Got knocked there right in the shin. He is not feeling good. Good thing he's wearing those shin guards. Some of the fans here in the crowd, perhaps for the Eagles, claim that was acting, but from where I was sitting, it did not look fun. That was Sharon Hernan is there. He's gonna be set up there for a free kick. And Eagles forming their big white wall about 10 yards in front of the goal post, maybe 15. And Sharon Hernan about to take his kick. Unless he swapped out. He decided to send number 10, Kevin Coe, there to take the kick. Perhaps he is better with the angling of these shots. Is he going to take a direct shot, or is he going to pass it to his players opposite him on the field? We'll see what he decides to do right here. Takes a shot, and it just misses the net. Rolled just it depends on where you're looking. It rolled just left of the net from where I'm sitting and where you're watching from by about 1.5 feet. Eagles goalie with the kickoff goes right to the 50-yard line. Intercepted there by the Spartans. Pushed right up by the Eagles in the exchange. Eagles trying to retain the ball, but the Mountain View Spartans have just been so aggressive. It has been hard to make it through. Right now, it's hard to believe that the Eagles just a few days ago beat the Mustangs 3-1. This is a team that is not spending a lot of time with the ball, and the ball is out there. It means it's a corner kick for the Spartans. The Spartans in dangerous position. Oh wait, maybe. Oh yep, still a corner kick. So we have number 29, Sarah Hernan, who took it on the shin just a few minutes ago and seems to be fine. Mountain View Spartans coming deep on the field, other side of the post. So from that, Siranen will probably kick it far for a deep cross, and it came short, skipped right past all the Mountain View players, and then the Eagle Ethan Appleberg was able to retrieve the ball, send it up the field, and we have a throw-in now for the Spartans. Throwing in one more time, we have Brian Pop, who has been their go-to guy when it comes to midfield throw-ins. And it bounces right off the knee of Carlos Guardado. Spartans playing it safe there, just passing it up the field into their own defensive zone. Ball bounces right into the training gear of the Los Altos Eagles. Don't see a number from here, but we have it. Ooh, there's a very dangerous play near a slide tackle. Whistle. What is going on here? Free kick for which? Oh, throw in. Okay. Spartans there losing his footing. Ambitious pass that paid off. He's got to run the ball down. He's a bit out of position. Ball's kicked out, forced to throw in. And the ball was kicked all the way over to the softball field. So we'll have the water boy go chase it down. Okay, throwing in here, number 24, we have Paul Farrell. Throws it in, gets passed back to himself, and it's right to our right of the upright, so no field goal for the Spartans. This isn't rugby or American football, so no points would be had. Kickoff for the goalie. Ball falls short. Ooh. Header that went right to center field. Spartans did retrieve the ball. Pass back. Wonderful pass. Great play. Throw it to the corner. See if there's a cross coming. And pass right to center was no good. Headed back. Intercepted. Spartans have been retaining the ball for most of this game. If I were to give it a number of how much percentage the Spartans have had the ball compared to the Eagles, I would say the Spartans have had the ball 80% of the time, Eagles only 20%. Yet, the Eagles' defense and goalie has kept the score 0-0. Retained by the goalie. Perhaps that's because the Eagles have just been boxing out the Spartans. They've been playing a game where the defense have been playing just north of the 10-yard line, so it keeps the Spartans playing more of a long pass game than a game where they can pass the ball deep and get those one-timers shot on the net. Ooh, dangerous header there by Aaron Walters. I'm sorry, that was a Mountain View Spartan. Dangerous header there by Nick Fletcher. And he knocked the ball parallel to his body while a Spartan was running past him. That's a way to get a concussion if you aren't careful. Now we have a corner kick kicking off for the Mountain View Spartans. We have Ian Schneider. Oh, never mind. Sorry, a throw-in. And we have a trip and a slide tackle. No call. Oh, we got a call there. Where's the ball going? Ball going free kick to the Los Altos Eagles. Don't see a number who's kicking for. Number 3, okay, that's Aaron. No, that's a Mountain View Spartan. We have Nick Fletcher once again. Nick Fletcher kicking deep. Paid off for the Eagles. They are now within the 25 yards of the goal. Ball goes out to the Los Altos Eagles bench. The Mountain View Spartans retrieve it to throw in. There's a whistle. Okay, whistle once again. Ref wanted to slow the game down, and now the Spartans can continue their dominant play right now. There's a chop pass right to an Eagles defender. Again, that's Nick Fletcher, who kept the ball into the field. Ball is passed right down to our resident ball thrower for the Eagles. Ball thrower inner. I don't know how you can give that title to someone. That's Brian Pop. Long pass back in by the goaltender for the Spartans, and the Spartans continue to play keep away. One very unique thing about soccer, or as every other country calls it, football, other than the United States, is that there are no timeouts. The game continues from beginning to end, other than halftime. So the coach will probably have to wait until halftime to instruct his players on what to do. Oh, we got a break here for Spartans, and just dodge the goalie. Goalie, desperate attempt to dive down on the ball. And that was a goal there for the Mountain View Spartans. And you see that's number 19 for the Spartans. That was Ben Smith with that goal. Very smart play there. Just slow it down, make the goalie make a move. Goalie bit on the baited attempt, and it was an easy goal for the Spartans. All the passing keep away game for the Spartans has played off, and they finally were able to get a clean breakaway. Los Altos Eagles made a substitution Number 16 is going out. Number 7 is coming in. That is Jack Clokel coming in. 16 was going out. That was Caden Chang. One way coaches can kind of emulate a timeout from other sports is they can give instructions to players they substitute and have them spread the word on the field. I believe that was an offsides. The ball was passed behind their defense. That means the ball would come to the Eagles for a kickoff on where the offside offense was. Okay, Brian Popp, resident ball thrower, enter. They called it out, and it is out. Dangerous, very dangerous slide tackle there from Brian Popp. Ball was not touched, though, by Popp, so let's see if he gets to throw it in one more time. Slows it down. Oh, I see there. There's some dispute happening between the Eagles and the referee. Perhaps a discussion over sportsmanship. Thrown in right in between 3 Spartans. Ball's out one more time. Spartans all over the ball. Eagles. It seems as if with the substitution with Jack Clokel, who was just in with the ball, it seems that there has been an adjustment on play, so perhaps things were instructed to this player for this team, through this player for this team. Eagles have been more aggressive on the ball since then. And the ball is out. Throwing in there. Long throw in. Knifed out by the Eagles. Contact on the header attempt by both players. Number 23, that is Ian Schneider. Slow to get up. A lot of Germans on both these teams. It feels like we're watching international play. Throwing in here, we have Sawyer Sevely, or Sievely, it looks more like Sawyer Sievely, traded out for Paul Farreau. Paul Farreau is the current, he's as right now the captain for the Mountain View Spartans. More discussion being had between the referee and the players. Actually, missed that one. A substitution just happened between the Spartans. Number 23 just left the field. And the Eagles had a substitution as well. So number 3 for the Eagles just left the field. That's Nick Fletcher. Coming in is number 15 for the Eagles, Rubel Barajas. Ball goes deep. Eagles pressure the ball. They're double teaming the ball. And so far it's kept the Spartans at bay. They have had possession for the majority of the time thus far, ever since the adjustment. But it is... it's paid off for the Eagles just now. They now have retained the ball. And... goes right back to the Spartans. We have a near breakaway. Good defense there. Triple team the ball. And we have a free kick back to the Eagles. Eagles crossing the ball horizontally across the field. It's an east-west game. And the Eagles are now maintaining possession. Ball is out. There's some complaint from the Spartans on who it is out on. But the ref continues play as a substitution just happened. Number 7 leaving the field. Coming on, I believe that's number 9. Yes, that's number 19. And let's see the number there. That's number 12. Number 19 is Marcos Rangel. And number 12 we have Arya Hatami. Spartans goalie retains the ball. That's Miguel Gallardo. Ball's out once again, this time in the bleachers opposite the field. So Eagles goes to climb the bleachers, but Eagles coach yells like, "Hey, that's too far, and you're wasting your time. Get on the field." Oh no, he was a sub anyway. He's off the field now. Ball is crossed, bounce off the back of a Eagles defender. Definite physical contact there, and there is a whistle. Free kick towards the Eagles. Free kick. It went deep. Dangerous fall there for the Spartans. Ball rolls out. Spartans get to keep it in. Number 24, our captain for the Mountain View Spartans, Paul Farreau, goes to throw in. Okay, ball goes behind the goal line there. Goes right to corner. It's a corner kick, it appears to be. The Spartans once again going with a deep play. We're going to shoot the ball over the heads of the Los Altos defense. Ball goes up. Very dangerous area. Very dangerous area for the Eagles, but it's knifed out for the Eagles. Ooh, once again, very dangerous header. That time, Patrick Hecht, believe, puts his head down about foot height, right by the Eagles there. So risking concussion for sure. Those plays like that are plays. Our high school coaching staffs and concussion avoidance activists all across the United States, and for that matter the world, are really trying to avoid. Ball goes deep. Retained by the Eagles. Spartans, they're just being in the right areas. Spartans are just standing in front of the ball. Very dangerous slide tackle there. That was Nykil Weigel could be, who was slid or did the slide tackling. I did not see the player who fell, and I apologize. The player in question who is about to do the free kick is facing away from me, so I do not see his number. But it's dangerous territory. It's within the 15-yard line, so it's about 20 to 25 yards away from the ball. Definitely in scoring territory for a good shot. But it looks like our free kicker will be dumping the ball deep to where our players are. Tries a direct shot attempt. No good. Went right to the goalie. He was in great position, and he retrieves the ball. Again, that's Miguel Gallardo, who dumps it deep. He had a very impressive kick there. It gets down to the 35-yard line. The Spartans actually running the ball towards their own net because the Eagles just are zoning the ball. Ball bounces deep. Eagles pressuring the ball. Tripped. Free kick there for the Mountain View Spartans. Doing the free kick, we have number 10 for the Spartans. That's Kevin Coe. Well, they swapped it. Now we have number 18 for the Spartans. That's Neil Lund. A lot of options available for him to pass to. And he decides to, what appears to be, take a shot on net. Very odd choice there because there were a lot of players open who could have gotten much closer to the net. Ball comes up and drops down right next to an Eagle, but the Spartans, once again, right there where the ball is. Spartans just much better at predictive play, like anticipating where the ball is going to be and being there. Eagles seem to be doing a lot more chasing the ball. Oh, that is an unfortunate trip by an Eagle. It definitely wasn't intentional for the Spartan to trip him, but it does happen when you play. When you play soccer, when you're running up and down a field, running often at times approaching 10 miles a game. And that ball went over the bleachers that are only being occupied by one person on the other end of the field. It seems a lot of the away friends and family of the Eagles came and sat on the Spartan side of the bench. Okay, ball deep and dangerous here for the Spartans. Number 20 in the end zone. And ball comes out right behind the net. Do we have a corner kick? I'll have to stand up out of my chair to peek. And it appears we do. Kicking off for Spartans again. We have number 10, Kevin Coe. Once again, going deep. We'll see if they can actually get it deep this time. Goes up and over to the other side, and Eagles in the right place. You can hear the Spartans coach giving instructions from the sideline. He was telling his players to get back, hurry up, because the whole team basically came out to the scoring zone for the Spartans. I mean, there was no defenders back. Eagles starting to look a little bit tired. I don't know if it's just the Spartans have better conditioning, because they've been spending most of this game with the ball. But just the Eagles are not running as quickly to where they need to be. Free kick there for the Eagles. There was physical contact. That happens, but it appears to be the ref believe there was some intentional dangerous play there from the Spartans. So Eagles get a free kick. Again, I do not see the number from here, what player that is. Ball comes up. Oh, rolls right in. Rolls right in. There we go. Beautiful shot there. The player who shot it was number 10, Harry Allen. And he just shot it as to where it would roll right in. The goalie was who is Miguel Gallardo, was just out of place. He was a little too far up north on the field, and ball skipped right past him. He did not make the move in time for the ball, and it was just a mental lapse. So now we have a tie game between the Los Altos Eagles and the Mountain View Spartans. We have just about 2.5 minutes left in the half, so we'll see if there's any more score changes or any more adjustments. We had a substitution just come on to the field for the Eagles, number 3, Nick Fletcher, and he's playing in the defensive zone, so we'll see if any more adjustments are happening. That was a very, very hard physical. I could hear it from here. It sounded like a football tackle. Onto number 24, the Mountain View Spartans team captain, Paul Farrow, and he just passes it back down to number 18, that's Neil Lund, for the free kick. This is an odd thing here that has happened on the field. The game clock has frozen, so I'm not sure what has happened, but I'm assuming the refs are still keeping track. Ball punted up really high, about 100 feet in the air, it seemed, from the Eagles. Spartans once again there to just keep hanging on to that possession. We have another substitution there for the Eagles. A lot more substitutions for the Eagles than the Spartans. I don't know if it's an attempt to slow the game down, maybe give his team a rest, or not. Coming on for the Eagles, we have number 5, Alec Fluck, who is going to be playing on our side of the field as what appears to be either a forward or a midfielder. Ball kicked out. And unbelievably kept in. Wonderful play, but it apparently not. It was almost kept in. It was just on the line. But teams got to hurry up here. We have been in whistle territory for the past minute. Ball goes down once again behind the benches. Eagles see if they can get one more breakaway attempt. And a shot from really far out. He had options. He didn't have to rush the shot. And ladies and gentlemen, we are at halftime. Score is Mountain View Spartans 1 and the Los Altos Eagles 1. We're going to take a quick break here, but we will catch you guys on the other side of it right here with KMVT 15 Sports. 2, 1, we're back. All right, we're back, everybody. Welcome to KMVT Sports, if you're just tuning in. And what we had in our first half was Los Altos Eagles scored a goal in the last 10 minutes of the half, where they took a shot, free kick from about 25 to 30 yards out, and it bounced right past our goalie. A bit of a mental mistake by Miguel Gallardo, the Spartans goalie. And early in the game, There's a beautiful goal by who I believe was Kevin Coe. I could be mistaken there. Who just had a really intelligent play where he held on to the ball and made the Los Altos Eagles goalie bite. Here we go with the second half of play. We'll see how each team has made adjustments. During the half, I was watching the Spartans coach who was rallying his troops, and I imagine he was saying to his players was just keep up the pressure, don't slow it down, and avoid the mistakes that cost them a goal there in the first. Los Altos Eagles, similarly, their coach was probably asking his players to change up their defensive strategy so they can get the ball further downfield more often. And there does definitely seem to be an adjustment. Now, the Los Altos Eagles seem to be double-teaming the ball and playing a more zone defensive style of play. As you know, in soccer, at the half, the teams switch sides. So now the Eagles will be running to our right, and the Spartans will be running to our left. There's a shot attempt there by the Eagles that went off the goalpost, and it was easily thwarted by the laws of physics. Eagles' physical play there, a little too physical. They had a shove off by the Spartans captain, who wanted positioning there on an Eagles player, but it was no good. The Spartans captain Paul Farreau has definitely been playing tenaciously for the Spartans, so we'll see if he tones it down a bit. Long near shot attempt, it seemed, but it was no good. There was a header down attempt by an Eagle that did not work out for them. A bit of a desperation play, honestly, for that free kick. A kick out right underneath our camera gear here at KMVT. That is now a throw-in for the throw-in, maybe a free kick. I did not see what happened there, but it appears to be a free kick. It is a free kick. We now free kicking for the Eagles. Nick Fletcher, again kicking it really deep. Now, a bit of personal history. My father was a soccer coach, and he used to always say, "Don't force the ball. If you force the ball, you're basically giving a high percentage play for turning over the ball." And it appears, at least in the beginning of the second half, the Eagles seem to be doing a lot of that, forcing the ball. That last deep pass attempt went right to just a wall of black. About 6 or 7 Spartans players, so you're basically guaranteed to give the Spartans the ball. Might be desperation from the Eagles, and it's not time for that yet. They don't need to empty the tank right away. There's 37 minutes left in the half. What the Eagles really need to do is start working on smaller passes, working on getting play going where they have the possession of ball way more often. Otherwise, they're risking losing this game. Long pass attempt that drops just short of the 50-yard line, and it's headed back for the Eagles. Spartans get possession of the ball and triple team the ball there. The Eagles now with a breakaway attempt. 4 defenders back for the Spartans. No good. Spartans short passes who just get the ball out to the 40. Eagles retain the ball. Yeah, they're playing more of a zone defense, if you want to talk in American football terms. And your interception attempt, no good. But the Eagles there was a trip there. That was Arya Hamani who fell over the ball there. Ball ended up behind the goal line, and it was out on the Spartans. There were some claps there in the field, so we definitely have away team fans here underneath us here in the press box. Here doing the corner for the Los Altos Eagles, we have Rubel Barajas. Eagles are standing in front of the goalie now, so that's a short attempt for the corner. And it's kicked to the other side of the field. Now we have a throw-in for the Eagles. Throwing in for the Eagles appears to be number 21, Ethan Athelberg. Ball goes straight to the Spartans. Spartans try and kick it out. Goes right back to Eagles. Eagles right place, right time. Spartans, though, there's that short pass. And there's a really long pass attempt that was snipped out by the goalie. Goalie, really dangerous roll pass there. Eagles once again trying to get the ball deep. And we're at the flag, and it's off the Spartans. So now the goalie will chase the ball down, and it'll be in his possession one more time. About 34 minutes left in this game. And we have an Eagles sub in. The Eagles coach with his hands up in the air, and the referee finally noticed him coming on for the Eagles. We have a new player going off. We had number 12, Arya Hatami, and coming on, I do not see a number yet because he is facing away from me, so we will see. Number 16, we have Cardin Chang. Whistle blows, so now we are good to kick the ball. There's a pass attempt to the corner. I don't know why. And pass back to the goalie. That went across to the opposite defender. Getting chased down by the never-ending aggression of the Mountain View Spartans. Mountain View Spartans there have a free kick. Nope. Goes... Where is it going? Yep, Mountain View Spartans. And kicking off there, it appears to be number 10 for the Spartans. That is Kevin Coe. Up and high, comes down over the net. The Los Altos Eagles coach yelling instructions to his team. Bit of exasperation coming from the benches over there. Asking why the Eagles are not deeper in the field to receive the ball. More yelling happening now. Ball is finally kicked. And the ball goes out. It was off of a Spartan, so now throwing in for the Eagles. You didn't see a number. There's a trip. And wow, ball is swarmed by the Eagles, but the Spartans. The Eagles do retrieve the ball, try and do a breakaway. It was no good. Goes right back to the goalie there. There was some fancy play there by number 15. That was Daniel Gonzalez. Did not pay off, though. The Spartans were just there at the right place at the right time. Conservative defensive play with short passes paying off for the Spartans. Okay, throwing in here, we have number 23, Ian Schneider, for the Spartans. Ball is kicked up, comes down right to a header. Intercepted. Eagles now trying to slow the game down. But I spoke too soon. That was another ambitious long pass. There's a lot of in-the-air passes by the Eagles that are being intercepted by the Spartans. Hands up in the air by Eagles player. It goes right back to free kick. The refs did call whatever the complaint was. "30 minutes exactly on the clock left in this game." Long cross pass. Ball comes down right here to the Eagles. And a lot of east-west passes. We had to swap that player who just received the ball. Ethan Affelberg went from receiving the ball to passing the ball to running 20 yards up the field. That appeared to be a yellow card violation by a Mountain View Spartans player. So the Spartans will come back to make a wall for a free kick happening at the 30-yard line. Dangerous area for the Spartans and a great area to be in for the Eagles. Kicking off is number 3, Nick Fletcher. Up high and right to the goalie. That was a wonderful shot. If only the goalie wasn't there. That would have went right into the net, but the Eagles were just not in the right area to attack. Wonderful save there by Miguel Gallardo, perhaps making up for the goal he let in earlier with about this time left in the first half. Long kick-out attempt by the defenseman, no good. There might be some confusion for our audience. If you guys heard that whistle, that's coming from, there is a JV game happening right next door to this one. Some fans yelling, push in, to what I believe the Eagles players. Ball is out. Player was standing out, so Eagles get to retrieve the ball for a throw-in. Beautiful header. Nice short pass. Intercepted, though, and Eagles retrieve it. Dangerous territory now for the Spartans. Eagles in attacking position. And ball, the attacker was run off the field by the Spartans defense. Now throwing in, that's Ian Schneider. Long throwing attempt, and it's headed down. Wonderful dribbling there by the Spartans players, but the Eagles were there to get the ball out. Spartans will retrieve the ball, and the ball is back on the field. It never made it out. Spartans really showing their fangs here, about to get back into attacking mode. They made it all the way up to the 20-yard line almost with before they had to pass the ball back. Long pass right to half field, and Spartans physical play again. Come on. I don't know where the ball's going, but there was a definitely rough play happening somehow. Let's see where the ball ends up. Who was thrown on the ground there was number 24, Paul Farreau, who is the Spartans captain. So it's a good call there by the referee. Free kicking now, I believe, is Kevin Coe. Ball comes down right to two defenders for the Eagles. Eagles retrieve the ball. Eagles get it down. We're back to the midfield line, and now that it appeared to be a shot attempt from the 50-yard line. If the Eagles really want to turn this game around, they have to have more players downfield to pass to. That was what appeared to be a shot attempt by Rubel Barajas, who wanted to get a goal from the 50-yard line, it appeared. There's a throw into a player that is surrounded by 5 Spartans. So the Eagles starting to show some mental fatigue here during the game, not making good decisions. Ball goes back to the goalie for the Mountain View Spartans. That was Miguel Gallardo. Ball's out once again. And throwing in, we have our resident ball throw winner from the first half, who's making his return, Brian Pop. Ball thrower runner. I think the real title for the position would be called free thrower. And we have a yellow card on the field. I don't know which player received it, but it was for a play in the midfield of just close to the 50-yard line, just on top of the Spartans' helmet. Now we have a deep free kick attempt, and the player is signaling for his teammates to go further down the field. It's number 3 with the kick. It's up, and there's a header attempt, and it goes right outside the net, probably about 5 feet to our right of the net there. With the free kick there, that was Nick Fletcher, who wanted to get the ball landing around the area of his teammates so they can header it in from there. If the ball landed on the other side of the attacking player, he would have been able to header the ball in the opposite direction. About 20 minutes left in this game. Each team's starting to show signs of mental fatigue and physical fatigue for that matter. There was an interception there from a Spartan. Ball goes deep. We have a 2-on-2, maybe 2-on-3 breakaway. No good attempt there from the Spartans. Eagles play it safe, pass it back, get the ball deep right to a Spartans player, though. And we had a whistle where it goes free kick to the Eagles. I have not seen so many free kicks in a game in such a short amount of time in this second half. If it has been too long for me to remember. Why did the goalie do that? He had time. Now he punches out. He had time to receive the ball into his arms, but he decided to kick the ball, and it spun off his foot, went straight up in the air, and landed, luckily, right next to him as to where he was able to punch the ball out before the Spartans were able to capitalize on his mistake. Kicking deep for the Spartans, right to an Eagles defender who was able to header it upfield, but the Spartans did receive it and push it right back down to where they were. Eagles, the same defender who just made the header, Brian Pop. And then it goes to our Eagles. Spartans are going back and forth that side of the field. There's a whistle. And ball comes down. So here we go. One more free kick for the Eagles after a substitution. Eagles free kicking from the right side of the field, right in the defensive territory. I believe that is number 3 for the Eagles. That is Nick Fletcher, who has a goal so far in the game. He had a free kick earlier that went right into the net from a mental mistake from the Mountain View goalie. Here's a shot attempt, and it's no good. Once again, to our right side of the field. Right side of the goalpost, I mean. Our right side of the goalpost. Miguel Gallardo again with a goal kick. And I don't see a lot of Spartans players deep in the field. Substitution once again by the Spartans and the Eagles, so players are swapping in and off the field. 19 minutes, 10 seconds left in the game. We'll see what we can do. Spartans, a beautiful pass and a beautiful reception. Ball goes off of an Eagles player. Throw in. Number 24 going now to receive the ball and throw it in. That's Paul Farreau, the captain for the Spartans. Eagles return back to one-on-one defense, and it works out. Now they're triple teaming the ball. Frustrated, hands up in the air from the from the Los Altos coach. Probably frustrated with the call because now we have a free kick at the 10-yard line. Extremely dangerous territory for the Eagles. For the Spartans to be kicking from. Kicking off is Kevin Coe. Eagles coach screaming orders to his players. Get deep and make a big shell around the net, a defensive shell like a turtle. Nice push pass there from Eagles. No, I'm sorry, from the Spartans. Eagles get the ball back, though. Eagles have to run if they want an offensive attempt. There was some confusion there on the field as to who got the ball. We had number 17 chase the ball. That was Esteban Lopez, who it's the first time I've seen him on the field. Maybe he just got subbed in. Ball goes out, and it is Spartans ball. 17 minutes left in the game. Eagles seem to have a bit of an aggressive push there that never passed the 30-yard line. Now the Eagles getting hounded once again by the Mountain View offense. Ball goes up, comes down right by the 20-yard line. And it's sniffed out Eagles defense, but it's kicked out by the Mountain View offense. So throwing in our resident free thrower, Brian Pop. Ball passing back. Spartans trying to slow the game down, but the Eagles are just trying to get all over the ball. The Eagles, very worried about the dangerous striking of the Mountain View Spartans. Have 4 defenders back. 4 players back defending, rather. Throw in attempt for a breakaway attempt. We have a player who's at the 30-yard line to pass it to. The player goes to retrieve the ball. Now at the 15-yard line, passing down near the end zone. Ball is kicked out by the Spartans. Now we have a throw in. That's number 21 throwing in, and that is Ethan Affelberg. There's a cross attempt, and it went too far right up the field, too far west up the field, or east. It depends on what direction you're facing. Ball comes up and comes down. Ooh, player mugged. So we have a whistle. Kicking off now for the Eagles, we have Nick Fletcher. It's up high and it's coming down at the 30-yard line. Hands off, goes back to the Spartans. Spartans slowly walk up the field. They have just short of 15 minutes left in the game. Looking like they're about to strike. Eagles not having it. Ball kicked off the back of the Mountain View Spartan. So goal kick it is. Once again, passing the opposite side of the field. There were no defenders on him, so had plenty of time to make a decision. Ball pass, and it's received. Had to slow the game down because he was being trailed tightly by a Mountain View Spartan. Coming up and down. Whistle. We have a card coming out. Another yellow. 3rd yellow of the game. This one going to, I don't know which player. Oh, he got subbed out. So that's number 23 leaving the field for his Ian Schneider. Left the field for his yellow, so he can come back on, back to the field once he's been able to blow off some steam, so he won't get another yellow to get him ejected from the game. Kicking here for the Los Altos Eagles, we have number 11, Jimmy Dasuki, who is within 15 yards, makes 20 yards to the goal. Up high, and it's a field goal. There's no points given for that in American football, in European football. Okay. We got the ball in the 40-yard line. Eagles keep it alive. Great play there by the Spartans to try and get it back to the Eagles. Slow it down. Eagles starting to look sharp. There was a really sloppy pass attempt there. I spoke too soon. I did not see who made that pass attempt, but maybe the Eagles are just getting too excited. There is only 11.5 minutes left in the game for either team to score another goal. The ref may grant extra time, though, if it is still tied at the end of 90 minutes. Another yellow card. Unbelievable. The 4th yellow in this game. Rare for a high school soccer game to see so many yellows. Going off the field, then, the player who just received the yellow, we have Jimmy Dasuki, who just came on to replace the previous player who received a yellow. Ball goes deep. Eagles were able to defend. Goes right to the goalie. Very dangerous territory for the Mountain View Spartans to be in. That was number 29 for the Mountain View Spartans. Ciaran Hernan, who was inches away from getting a very dangerous shot on goal. Eagles goalie fakes it, but turns around, tries to slow it down again. Very deep shot, a deep pass there. Headed down by the Spartans, though. Shot attempt. Great block by the Los Altos Eagles. Spartans there had 4 offensive players on the far side of the field from us within the 15-yard line. Eagles with their counterattack. Wonderful play there. That was number 23, Ian Schneider, who just intercepted the ball, being at the right place at the right time. That's that predictive play we were talking about. The Spartans have been very good at this game. They just have to convert off of their defensive play. Ball goes out off of an Eagle. Throwing in now, that is number 10 for the Spartans, Kevin Coe. Kevin Coe is had a part in a lot of offensive play here in this game. He has been consistently up high, but he is a midfielder who generally lives around the lower end of the field. We have an injured player who's right there off the field, number 16. That is Max Meyer, who is in some great deal of pain, so we're going to take a break here. I'll come back right after he's off the field. Safe. And we are back. It was Max Meyer who took a nasty spill there right towards the out of bounds line, close to the 45. And he seems to be okay. He did express some pain, some discomfort, but he walked right off the field as soon as he was helped up. There's about 6.5 minutes left in the game. Throwing in, we have the Los Altos Eagles within their defensive zone. Sloppy play on by both accounts. Players just falling on the field. Free kick now for the Mountain View Spartans. Can't see a number, so I don't know who this is. I believe that's number 4. Nikhil Weigel. Took a shot, went right to an Eagle. Here we go, Eagles. Let's see if they can change it around. Mountain View gets the ball, and Mountain View now getting deep on the field. Individual play. Ref says it's off of him. Now, once again, that is Sawyer Severly, who is taking on the world by himself. He was surrounded by white and was able to run it down to the goal line. Unfortunately, he just ran it a little too fast and a little too far. Approaching 5 minutes left in the game. The yellow card. I lost count. Is this the 5th or 6th yellow card in the game being given? Altos coach not happy about the card, nor is he happy about the play that happened leading up until the card. More yelling happening from the sideline at Los Altos. A very big contrasted difference. Shot attempt. It wasn't a shot, it was a cross attempt from that far out. Eagles defense paid off. They got the ball back and it's intercepted. Ball's coming back. Sawyer again with a shot right to the goalie though. Man wants to score goals, but you can't do it from the 30-yard line unless you are Cristiano Ronaldo. I was going to say Messi, but he has missed quite a few of those shots I've seen throughout his history. Here we go. Spartans with the attack. And Eagles kept the ball in and received the ball. So it is still in the goalie's hands. Eagles can now attempt a counterattack. We have some fans shouting, "Let's go Spartans," here in the arena. The ball goes right off the ref there, and he continues to pass across. Smooth play by the ref. Nice assist. Three minutes left now in the game. Spartans with a lot of aggression, but Eagles starting to show some life here in the last few moments of this game. Here's their chance. We have 4 offensive players deep for the Eagles. Great, amazing defense there by Paul Farreau, who's been all over the ball this game. Nice header. Comes down right to a Spartans player. And Spartans, there's a trip. It's going to the Spartans free kick. Right on the nose there of the Spartan. Can't roll up the ball that far. The ref not saying anything though, so we'll see if we can get away with it. It's up and coming down off of an Eagle. Slowly rolling to the goalie. Goalie rolls the ball to the defense. Defense puts the ball down. Ball's not back in play yet, so it was not called for handball. Ball's up, coming down right at the 50-yard line. 2 minutes left in the game. We're going to see a lot of desperation play from both teams because both teams want that next goal. Once again, I'll talk about standings here before we close this game out. Homestead was defeated last week by the Eagles, but they are still in first place. Mountain View Spartans, though, in second, and Eagles trying to climb that ladder because they are second to last, only ahead of Saratoga. Here's a shot attempt, and it is caught by the Spartans goalie, Miguel Gallardo, who is in wonderful position for that game, or that goal, that shot attempt, no goal. And we have players down on the field. Eagles down behind the plate. Spartans here with the counterattack. The downed Eagle is back in play. He was down for a bit. You have Sawyer again with a shot off of an Eagle. Here we go. Corner kick attempt. With 2 minutes left in the game. Corner kick attempt. We're underneath 2 minutes, so the game clock has stopped. But the Eagles sure taking their time here. Yep, corner kick attempt by unnamed Spartan because it's out of my view. It's up and it's coming down off of the back of Eagles defense. Free kick going to the Eagles. Not exactly sure what happened there, but there's a reason why the ref gets paid to do what he does, because he sees things that I don't see. He is trained to do what he does. Eagles now. We have a 3-on-5 breakaway attempt. Ball skips out. Wrong positioning for the Eagles. Mountain View is 2-0-3 in league. We'll see if they end up with one tie. But they are 5-3-5 for league. Not a very impressive record for the second team, but they won where it counted to climb up those ranks. No one really likes to see a tie in soccer. In fact, it's one of my least favorite things about the sport of soccer, so I'm hoping one of these teams can put the ball in the net in these next few moments of this game. Ball slowly rolls out. Eagles retrieve the ball and throw it. Why was there a whistle? That's game. Ladies and gentlemen, unfortunately, my fears have been realized. We have a tie game, an anticlimactic finish in this very tough matchup between the Los Altos Eagles and the Mountain View Spartans. Given that it is a tie, Mountain View will stay in the same place in the rankings, and Los Altos will stay in the same place in the rankings. Mountain View Spartans second from the highest, Los Altos Eagles second from the lowest in the De Anza Sports League for Soccer. I'd like to thank our producer, Tyler Luis, that is me, and I'll thank our man who does everything here in the station, Tim Erskine, who does all of our engineering for our broadcast. Thanks for watching, everyone. This was KMVT 15 Sports. We'll catch you guys on